we are.
Alright. Sound coming through. I'm going to open up the stream, make sure everything's working right. Welcome to tonight's episode of the Dungeon Initiative, coming to you guys on a special Sunday evening as...
Whittle.
Yep. Whatever that was. Hey, everybody do a sound test. Everybody say hi.
Shalom. Hello.
Hi.
Perfection. Alright, hope everybody had a pretty good week since last session. I know everybody's been pretty busy with work and all that stuff. Hopefully we can have a nice relaxing evening. Well, as relaxing as I'll allow. Alright, when we left off in the last session, you guys all basically started up with new characters. We were introduced to a few new people. Let me get my magical book out. So with Zoe and Hugh, you guys basically started off the session right where Hugh's adventure left off, and the destruction of the forge itself. The god of the forge basically falling out of grace with Hugh's character. Shortly after this, you guys met some new characters. A Rodney Day Dover, Tora, and a Terrestriate? Can you say the name again? I know I got Terry, but I wanted to say it right.
Terrestrius.
Terrestrius, thank you. And then a odd character named Cog, who turns out to be a Warforge, who managed to put the forge back together and gain the blessing of the forge god himself. After some time of you guys spending together, you eventually all were met with a old friend. I say it lightly. Zoe, you remember him as Red.
Yeah.
After he had arrived, he basically made his way into a hidden tunnel where you guys shortly after decided to follow after, with the impression that this is the path that you need to take. We pick up from there, and you guys are traveling down a long, dark tunnel. It's very hot in here, humid. Every once in a while, you guys feel like this gust kind of pick up, like a hard wind is about to blow. Okay. So, Zoe, I need you to make, or I would like you to make a perception check here.
A 15.
Okay. So, as you guys are traveling down this long tunnel, Zoe, you start to see like some familiar markings along the wall. A lot of it being like symbols or paintings of what looks like tribalistic people worshiping the sun. Others may be worshiping the earth or growing crops to their fields and giving thanks to the god of the harvest. As you kind of take in these paintings, you kind of realize that you've actually been here before. The rest of the group this is kind of a new experience as you're all like huddled together and walking alongside her. Zoe, do you recall when you all went to the north? You and the initiative?
Yeah.
So, when you were all in the north, there was basically an underground tunnel system that you all discovered. And if you remember correctly, there was just a bunch of winding paths that led off into different directions.
Yeah.
This feels very similar to that. And as you begin to realize this, up ahead you see like a shimmer, maybe about 30 feet away, almost like fire kind of sparking out of nothing. And it slowly kind of shapes into the form of a person that kind of walks ahead of you guys.
That's something only she's saying.
Only she is seeing this right now.
Tora kind of, he's like looking around at the he can see the murals in the walls, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He's kind of looking around at the murals.
Pearl.
Earls.
Merle.
The Earls. It's kind of big.
Go ahead. You're good. I can hear you.
This is kind of interesting, don't you think?
It can be. Her ears flick slightly as she's kind of more concerned about the flame creation and that she saw. And she starts to walk a little bit ahead in like curiosity.
Okay. So as you begin to kind of walk ahead, Tora, you're looking at the paintings, right?
Yes.
When you're kind of looking over the paintings themselves, you notice that some of them kind of like start to move and shift a little bit. The farmers that are praising the god floating above them, they seem to like kind of like move along and begin to like work on their harvest. The god themselves floating above their heads moves off in the direction you guys are all walking. Eventually, like that painting of the god, they descend and they put their feet to the ground and they begin to walk, eventually meeting with what looks like other gods. What's everybody else doing while this is happening?
Oh, I followed Zoe ahead. I gotta watch her back. I mean, I'm still at the rear, just kind of walking slowly.
Okay. Terry?
Gonna see if there's anything I can steal.
Anything you could steal?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you got like the people in front of you, like your own companions. Are you trying to steal from them?
Or like maybe if like there's anything on the ground and like ancient.
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Hang on. What was it again?
What was that?
What was it again?
A perception check with disadvantage. So you're gonna roll twice and take the one with the least value.
Yep. 16?
16?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're kind of like walking past Tora, who's, looking at the paintings on the walls. Hugh's in the back. Um, Rodney kind of like rushes up behind Zoe. And as he kind of catches up to her, you notice that something almost seemingly falls out of his pocket. Like a small little, like, marble, essentially. And it seems to glimmer in this gold-like color, and it starts to roll ahead at a fast rate. Eventually, about 30 feet from where you stand, it seems to kind of plummet and disappear. What do you do?
I mean, this is.
Huh?
I'm trying to think. Uh, he's just gonna follow it,
You gonna
like run
follow it?
after it.
Okay. So you're gonna run past Zoe and Rodney to go after this thing?
Yeah, he's gonna like run on all fours.
So Rodney and Zoe, you watch as Terry like darts past you guys, rushing ahead. Let's see.
Okay. Um, Zoe just blinks a bit because she's never seen a tabaxi just run on both hands and feet like that. So she's just like a little startled. Terry, what do you see? Shiny. And Zoe just lets out a faint sigh. Of course you do.
And
Shiny? What are you talking about?
as you're, on all fours, rushing past them, going after this shiny object, Tora, you notice that in the paintings, as you guys kind of are continuing your walk down this hallway, the god of the harvest, the one that you saw in the painting,
Yeah.
you see that they have turned to one of the other gods, and they're seemingly like in this argument, throwing their hands up, and they seem to be fighting with one another. And they turn, and as they turn, another one raises its hands, and they seem to catch fire all of a sudden, completely eliminating this god of the harvest. And once they do, Hugh, you hear a voice in the back of your head. And it says, "Why did you even bother coming into this tunnel?"
I gotta protect people.
Why is this important to you?
Because I'm not supposed to allow people to die on my watch.
What gives
And
you
I
this
feel like
what gives you this high sense of morality that this is something you're supposed to be doing?
I don't know. Just feels right to do. Feels proper.
Terry, as you continue to rush forth, I need you to make a dexterity save.
$25.
So, you're rushing ahead, and you can see, like, as you're getting closer to the spot where you saw the marble disappear, you notice that it suddenly becomes a pitfall in the tunnel. You manage to slide to a stop and like catch yourself along the walls, and when you look down, you realize that suddenly this illusion has been broken, and now there's this pit going straight down into what looks like a pool of hot lava.
She almost got cooked.
He's gonna run back. Like his like fur poofed out. He's
The rest of the group, you know, you all eventually reach up to this point, and all of you can see now that Terry almost fell into a fire pit. Or a lava pit.
Tora runs up quickly. Terry, you okay?
I almost got
Like, really?
death.
Yeah, speak a little louder.
I almost got burned to death.
He's just like, he's standing there and then like looks at you. And this is what happens when I keep telling you not to run off. I mean, in Talons, that's fine.
I mean, I won't think it would just burn you. I think it would melt you down to the bone.
With all of you standing there, I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20.
10, 11.
28.
15.
So anyone who got under an 18, you're going to take 14 points of fire damage as a hard gust of heated wind blows through the passage and strikes into all of you.
Which you have resistance against.
The pitfall that's before all of you stretches about 15 feet. Mm-hmm. 15 feet ahead of you guys, and it's about 20 feet wide. There doesn't seem to be anything to climb over or cross you over. How do you guys proceed?
There's no wall or anything.
Like, there's the walls of the tunnel, and then like there's this pit in front of you guys. There's nothing there to like support you guys crossing over. So, how do you proceed?
How long is the pit?
15 feet out.
I mean,
And there's walls at least, right?
Huh?
There's walls at least, right?
Like to either side of you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you and I, we can probably run across those walls, but what about everyone else? How do we get them across?
Well, if we have some rope, it would make it easier for us to just run across with some rope and then guide them, or at least try to get them across that way.
Is there a ceiling?
Huh?
Is there a ceiling?
Yeah. You guys are in a tunnel.
Is there any chance something on the ceiling that can possibly hook a rope onto?
Nope.
Okay.
It's made of a smoothed over stone.
Deep dungeons. Where's Red at?
Where's what?
Red.
You guys do not see red.
Yeah.
I think I got it. What we can do is we'll use the rope to form sort of a rope bridge. You and me will run to the other side. We'll hold it from that end. Cog can hold it from this end. And then everyone else can run across. But then it's a matter of trying to get Cog over here.
How far Give me a second.
I got a 50-foot rope.
No, I don't think you can. Wow,
Fiery teleportation.
that is true. I do.
You get some letters and it takes somebody with them.
Eris is already summoned.
I'm saying like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and where is it?
You're
I'm gonna go ahead and shift.
Okay.
Real quick. Where's my stops? And Zoe's gonna look towards the group, and she's gonna look at Tora. Are you willing? Do you trust me right now?
Kind of.
It's a simple yes or no.
I mean, I'm giving you permission, whatever you're doing.
She grabs Tora's arm, and she's gonna fiery teleport to the other side.
Okay. And as you teleport to the other side, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dirty 20.
So, as you kind of land on the other side, or like you appear on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your feet kind of step down on the stone, and you feel it kind of shift down. As soon as that shift happens under your feet, you realize that you're on some sort of I can't find the words. Some sort of triggered trap, essentially. So when you feel that, you kind of leap back, and these streams of fire kind of come out of the side of the walls and just continue to like blow for a second. And you're going to take half of 27 fire damage.
I am immune to fire.
Perfect. The jet streams kind of continue for a moment, and then they kind of dissipate and die down.
Well, fuck.
Should I have made any rolls?
Did you go with her?
Yes.
Yes, that's
Then yes.
why I'm.
Then yes.
I got a 27 on my dexterity.
You are good as well, and you will take half of that unless you are immune.
I am resistant.
So you take half.
It's about the same thing.
No, immunity
Oh.
and resistance.
Makes
So
sense.
27.
I wonder if I'm seeing that would I notice if like along the walls there's any traps at all.
Make a perception check.
As he's already looking, Tora's gonna like look back. Rodney, check if there's traps in the walls.
Do you have advantage for some reason?
I was asking since I saw like the trap.
Huh?
If I saw a trap activated, I'm looking for it. Like, is that advantage or just regular?
You might be looking for something different. So
Okay.
you're already aware that that one's there.
I'll just do a regular one. It's fine.
Okay.
13.
You don't seem to see any traps along the wall.
Nope, don't really see anything along the wall. Let me give this a shot. And I'm
I'm
gonna go ahead and just kind of give Hog one end of the rope, just in case, so he can pull me out of the way, just in case. Alright, so you're gonna hold on to this, and if anything happens, just pull me back this way, okay?
He like takes the rope, but you notice that like he's like looking off to the right and just kind of staring.
What are you staring at? What's there?
And he just kind of like starts walking forward.
Big guy, you gotta talk to us. We're a team.
And what you see is him just kind of walk into the wall and vanish through it. The rope kind of continues to like pull through with him.
Um, I think okay.
I'm
I'm just gonna start following Hog.
When you go to like follow him, you just hit a solid wall.
What makes no sense? Did my rope continue through the wall?
It like continued for a moment, and then like once you like hit the wall, like it like stops and like just drops out of your hand.
Oh damn.
Is it still
Still going through the wall?
Nope, it
It
stopped.
just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
How much of my rope went through?
You have about maybe 5 foot left of this rope.
Oh. Well, does anyone else have any rope?
As you guys all continue to kind of stand around and figure this out, I need you all to make another Constitution saving throw.
It's 23.
Natural 20 for 27.
5. I got a fucking 5.
Oh, 16.
Ugh. I hate it here.
That's going to be 16 points of fire damage. Half if you made a DC save of 20 or higher.
I'm immune.
This is such a good thing.
She's literally just standing there taking the fire, and she's like, "This is fine."
So again, another hard gust of this harsh, superheated wind kind of blows through the tunnel again. What are the rest of you doing?
Okay, well, now we just have to worry about trying to get Hugh on the other side, since he's going to be heavy as shit with all that armor.
You leave my fat ass alone.
Unless you could walk through a wall like Cog just did, I don't know how we're going to get you across.
I don't think he'll be able to do that anymore, considering the whole God situation.
Well, I'm gonna attempt to try and put my hand to the wall and see if I can go through it.
Where Cog had disappeared?
Yeah, just to see. Just
Yeah,
put my hand over to see if I can
like
push.
you like your hand's touching the wall and it seems pretty solid.
I mean, I can just stay here, guys.
And as you're kind of like touching the wall itself and you're trying to figure it out and you say this, you can hear the chuckle of the Forge God, and they say, "It's not going to be that simple anymore.
It never was simple.
It wasn't supposed to be."
I didn't expect it to be.
Did you assume that sitting around or following in the mortals' laws and rules was going to get you to where you need to be? For one who does so much on his own, you sure have followed their rules to the T in the last few days.
Yeah, it's because my life is on the line.
Do you not think that your purpose could have been something that transcends their mortal ways?
It's quite possible. But at the time, I focused on my life over my duty.
And that is why you won't transcend.
Not yet. The time will come.
What are the rest of you doing?
Hey Zoe,
do
do you think you can teleport Hugh over there?
He can figure it out on his own, since he's so hard-headed.
What the fuck's wrong with you guys? You guys are always arguing now. Like,
I
ever
mean, I
since
can kind of understand it a little bit. He is kind of hard headed. I've punched him once.
I mean, she's kind of hard-headed too. She won't even help him out. And he's
No.
fucking-
She's stubborn. He's hard headed.
I don't see the difference.
There is one. It's there, but it's okay.
Don't really see it. They just need to help each other out if we're gonna get out of here.
Zoe,
Okay.
ahead of you, well, behind you if you're looking at the group, you know, you start to hear
Mhm.
these faint voices, and you can hear your sister's voice, almost like she's pleading with someone. And they're saying, please, not again. You don't have to do this. And then you can hear Red saying, don't you understand that whatever this wasn't supposed to last? I never cared.
Does this behind the door behind them?
Not a door, it's just the continuous
My
tunnel.
brain's like braining.
The tunnel behind you, like the one that you guys have been walking on, it seems to stretch on and on and on. And the voices are coming from that direction. You can also see the faint spirit of that fire humanoid kind of walking down that tunnel. Almost like they're aimlessly, like, kind of wandering.
She looks away from Hugh and the others, and her ears flatten as she started to run towards hearing the voice.
A quick question, actually.
Hmm?
So Rami actually has the quarterstaff of warning. No, warn him of any danger.
Okay.
Am I sensing any danger from it?
I mean, how does it work exactly?
It would inform you if you have enemies nearby, kind of ordeal. Like Frodo, Lord of the Rings, the silver blade
Yeah.
glows when orcs nearby. Yeah, it's the same concept.
Okay, it doesn't seem like it's like you have enemies near you.
Well, no, it just says warns you of danger.
Oh, then at that point it's going crazy because there seems to be dangers everywhere.
Famous last words.
Except when incapacitated or something other than non-magical.
So in this case, it doesn't seem to be reacting at the moment. Like every time that gust of wind goes off, like yes, it kind of like triggers it, but it's almost like it's reacting too late. So it's not telling you in the moment that there is a danger.
Right.
It almost seems useless compared to all the other times that you've had it on you. And Zoe, you've chosen to run ahead?
Yes.
Okay. You make it about 15 feet, and I need you to make a intelligence check.
$21.
Solid. You start to run, and quickly you realize that there is another pitfall. You slide to a stop, and when you look down, you realize that this pitfall just kind of goes on and on and on with no end in sight. But it is about a 5-foot jump if you decide to hop over it.
Yeah, it's not that fun.
She's gonna jump over that.
Jumps into the next hole.
I swear to God.
All right.
Don't give him ideas.
So as you jump over, Make another dexterity save.
I hate my life. Yep, I hate it. I rolled a 9. Can I use my inspiration? Actually, no, ignore me. I'm not touching that yet.
It's not like it matters too much because you're immune to this.
Oh, it's you just like skip over a whole flame,
Flames.
and then you're just like,
However,
Oh no. You almost bit my knee, dude. Hey! John Big Butt.
so the jet streams kind of trigger when you hop onto the other side. Another trap going off. The flames kind of shooting over your body. You're unharmed. But anyone who I believe it's Tora so far had crossed over with you on that first pit, right?
yeah.
The jet stream that was there goes off, but then more of them seem to kind of engulf that area that you're in. You can make a dexterity save, but with disadvantage.
Probably maybe that's 17.
I just wanted to see
Yeah.
like why my dice hate me.
So that was a 17.
So with a 17, the streams of fire, they go off all on this 15-foot passage that you're in, kind of covering the entire hallway, and you get caught in the crossfire of this, taking 31 points of fire damage.
I take half of that then for resistance. Also, could I attempt to deflect energy?
Sure.
Deflect energy. Next.
Sorry, you have to repeat.
I will be taking none of that damage. Starts to get hit by the fire, and then he just like remembers stuff from his training at his monastery, and goes into like a chanting meditation. Fire starts to deflect off of him a little bit.
You can put it over
And,
So, Zoe, you've gone ahead. You've leapt over this pit. Still behind you guys, you have Hugh and Rodney, who haven't crossed over just yet.
And Terry.
And Terry, that's right. What are you all doing?
Okay, so how far does this tunnel go?
There's no telling.
Okay, Hugh, look at me. We're gonna have to figure this out here. Do you have anything in your pockets or in your bag that you don't need so we can throw you across?
I'm only carrying the essentials.
That's all the heavy shit on you, isn't it?
Yep.
Fuck. Okay. Do you have anything to help you get across that? Because we need to go as fast as we can before all that fire can get us as we're running.
Look at my hammer. I look at the jet on it. I'm like, probably.
He could do the fucking Mungus meteor across.
Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. Can you carry me and Terry? Or at least Terry.
Yeah.
Alright.
We're gonna
We're gonna launch
across
on
and
go as far as we can.
What's Terry about to say?
What?
Oh,
When Ronnie says that, Terry's just gonna look like, what?
you heard right. He was gonna hopefully take us across on that rocket-propelled hammer of his. Since that might be the only strongest thing that can take him across these pits.
Glorious.
He's gonna like
That-
try and like back away.
Terry, there's no backing away from this. I gently just grab his hand, just pull him over. There's no backing away from this.
He's
Only
gonna
forward.
hiss. He's gonna hiss.
Hugh, whenever you're ready.
No!
Alrighty.
No, he's gonna try and run.
Grabs by the scruff of the
Try
neck.
and run. And at the same time, what is it?
Terry, hop on.
No, and he's gonna like tap Rodney in the face with his hand.
Rodney, just do the thing. Stun her. Stun him.
No!
It. At this point, I'm confused.
Got it. Just a twinkleizer tot.
A twiga dot. You use the twinkleizer poke.
Tranquilizer? Tranquilizer?
It's just what Zoe said. She said.
Oh.
Terry.
Yes!
Do they have to make a roll?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Roll D20 or?
Yeah, you would be rolling a d20. I don't know what your save is on this, Rodney, but you're looking for where's that at? Stunning strike. It would be under your actions.
I don't know.
I'll be honest, I didn't hear anything that was just said for like the last minute.
It would be under stunning strike under your actions. If that's okay.
Man, I think they said something there.
You don't make them as thick.
Good luck with that, because I just rolled a natural 20.
Okay, not stunned.
Okay, so you failed the stun.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you go for the grab. Ugh, and it doesn't do anything. Now you guys are all standing there.
Terry, if you do not come with us, we're going to leave you behind and you're going to be trapped in this tunnel.
I need everyone to make a Constitution save.
My staff starts vibrating. It's coming again. You realize this, right, Terry?
I got a natural 20, 2 in a row.
16.
What?
Yo.
You gotta hit a 22 or higher for this one.
Let's go.
Another natural 20.
So this time it's 40 points of fire damage as the wind picks up again and blows even harder down this tunnel. And you guys can almost see like the air kind of catch fire this time.
You see that, Terry? The longer we're here, the worse it's going to get. So we got to get moving, all right? We're not going to be lucky this next time, probably. So hop on Hugh, and let's jet across this tunnel.
On your favorite rocket ship.
Zooming through the sky.
Little monk guys. That's how the song goes, right?
Yeah, kind of.
What do you say, Terry? Gently trying to guide them back towards you.
I just see Hugh like on the hammer like it's a Segway. Rodney's like hanging off of his back from the spikes, reaching his hand out towards Terry.
Hello? I can't hear anybody for some reason.
Do you hear us now?
Okay.
Alright, we can
Hang
all
on,
hear
hang
you.
on. I'm gonna rejoin. I don't know what's going on, but I can't hear you guys all of a sudden. 1 second.
Technical difficulties.
Hello?
Yep, we can hear you.
Yeah, you hear us now?
What the heck? Dang.
We're here.
We can hear you.
It's just a matter of if they can hear us. Oh, you hear us? I just messaged her to see. No.
Hello?
Okay,
Oh.
finally. Now I can hear it. My gosh, I don't know what just happened.
You can hear us now?
Yeah, I can hear you guys now. I don't know what just happened with the audio.
Are you guys jetting across or
Okay.
what's going on there?
Alright, I guided you back to Hugh. You want to come?
If you're talking to me, then yeah. Sorry.
Alright, whenever you're ready, let's jet across.
Toro across the way. You got this, Terry. It's okay, buddy.
I believe in you.
How many feet across do you guys assume that this jet can carry you?
I believe the last time I checked, I gave it a range of about 30 feet.
So
Yeah, about 30 feet.
What if it's just him and Terry?
I would say about half of that, so that would get them across just about where they need to be.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let them get on it and I'll just start running across the walls.
That would work out.
Make a athletics check. Athletics or acrobatics? I can never tell.
Actually, I think Wunks can just do that. It's part of their movement speed.
Yeah, then go ahead and do your move.
Yeah. I can run up to 50 feet.
Okay. So yeah,
50 football run.
You start to kind of run across, and then if Hugh, you're carrying Terry, that's going to get you right to the other side, but that is going to land you on the trap.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
You're gonna have to make a. What was it?
Just keep
Just keep it moving, don't stop.
Dexterity saving throw as you cross over.
Ah, shit.
You and Terry will have to make this each.
Well, I already made mine.
What'd you get?
What is it again? To roll
No,
for
dexterity.
I'm just gonna say it's a no from me.
You got this, Terry. Believe in you.
15.
24 points of fire damage as you guys jet across with the hammer. Rodney, you start to run across, and you watch as they kind of get engulfed in this fire. You need to also make a.
Okay, never mind. I was checking something to see if it might have helped, but
Okay. So they take the fire damage. You run across. You land on the other side of the pit.
I just gotta call them. Just don't stop moving.
Are you guys going to keep shifting ahead to catch up with Zoe? I assume you're all moving ahead. Okay. Knowing that there is another trap, you need to clear 10 feet from where the pit starts. So you need to be able to hop over that area. What are you guys doing?
I guess making the jump.
Can you jump 10 feet?
I hope so.
He's got strength enough for it.
All right.
Terry, you got this. Come on, let's go. Run across
So
the other wall.
everybody make a athletics check or acrobatics. I guess you're just gonna run across the wall again.
Power of monks.
For or acrobatics, I made a 9.
Oh no.
But is that really being acrobatic if you're just jumping though? I feel that's more of an athletics thing.
Make an athletics check.
Yeah, this is strength based. Yeah, that was a funny
22.
thing. I learned jumping is strength based, not dexterity.
I mean, I got 22 for that.
Okay. You just save. So you hop over, and you can feel the back heel of your foot slip on the plate that's on the other side of the pit. But you kind of skid forward, and you can almost hear the hiss of the wall kind of picking up like it was gonna shoot the jet stream, followed by Rodney running across and landing on the other side. Terry, I assume you're gonna do the same jump as well.
Yeah. Hang on.
Remember, you guys are all moving as one, so if you're kind of all doing the same thing, you have to do the same checks as well.
Yeah. When Rodney catches up to Tora, he's gonna put his hand up for a high five.
I do a double high five.
Good job.
19.
Terry freaking out.
19.
19.
Yeah.
So you hop over and you go to try to step past the plates, and you end up coming short, and you step on the plate itself. You have to make a dexterity saving throw as you land on the other side.
I rolled a 15. 22.
So you will take 21 points of fire damage as you hit the plate and the streams kind of come out. You kind of like throw yourself off to the side. Maybe somebody catches you, but some of the fire catches on your clothes, and you can see down the passage as the other jet streams go off as well. So now all of you are back together, and as you kind of look ahead, there is about another 30 feet ahead of you, and as you guys are like paying attention, you notice that the tunnel seems to kind of grow darker and darker. So if you don't have dark vision or anything like that, you realize that maybe you should start pulling out torches and stuff like that. Unless Zoe's glowing somehow and giving you guys a light of passage here.
Do you have your cloak on right now, right? Yeah, she's got her cloak on, so
Okay.
she's emitting light.
So she's emitting the light.
Zoe's always glowing to me.
It's whatever your wild shape was. So, like, if you look at your wildfire companion, look at your wildfire companion thing.
Oh, wow, I actually have a character that doesn't have dark vision. That's a first.
Yeah, it's not great stuff, right?
You're fine.
I hate it.
The hit points are 80. Yeah, I got you, baby. Okay, there's that. So what was going on, Effie?
Okay. So you guys are all united at this point. She's kind of glowing and creating this light emanating before you guys. How far ahead do you move, Zoe, since you're kind of leading the group right now?
The voices.
Does she still hear the voices?
Yeah, you still hear voices up ahead. Nothing like discernible just yet.
Are you going? Did you hear her, or do I have to?
No, I can't hear her.
Okay. She's gonna call up for Yuri. She went to the kitchen real fast.
There doesn't seem to be a response coming in that direction. And
Who's Yuri?
Rodney just asked who Yuri was.
It's gonna ignore for now, but start walking forward.
She kind of ignores it at first and starts to walk forward. Ignores you, Rodney, at first.
as she's walking ahead, and she ignores you, you start to kind of hear playful laughter, Rodney, almost like kids playing. And ahead, kind of emanating from the glow, you almost see like the ground becoming like these like fields of grass, essentially.
Can I insight check that to see if to know if it's real or not?
You can make an intelligence check.
Uh, 15.
You can't tell for sure. And the further that you guys all walk as a group, the more lush the ground becomes, and you can almost smell like the morning breakfast that your mom used to cook. You can even hear Johnny somewhere in the distance saying, "Come on, Rodney. We're gonna go out there and feed the chickens. Just like old times, old times, old times, old times."
I would say like this is probably the first moment that like you guys finally see like that smile drop from Rodney's face for a moment. It's just, like almost like the way I'll put it, it's almost as if dropping a mask all of a sudden.
Tora kind of like looks at everybody and is checking everyone, see if they're okay. And he sees that from.
You you see that the ground ahead, like, you can see the grass, right? But you can also hear, like, the sound of a flame flickering, like something was ablaze ahead of you guys. In fact, all of you start to feel like this heavy heat getting stronger and stronger the further you guys walk.
Toro's going to kind of step forward now.
Okay. At this point, you guys are about 20 feet from where you last were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ahead of you, you can almost see what looks like this kind of collapsed building in the middle of a field, almost like a barnyard, completely set ablaze. You can hear animals and stuff kind of running about, almost the sound of panic as people are just like, get the water, get the water. And you all seem to feel like it's super hot. Excuse me. It's incredibly hot in this area.
Get the water, yeah.
You're about 10 feet away from where these ruins are. What do you do?
You okay?
Thank you.
Toro's going to look back at Rodney. You okay?
What?
Oh, hey, yeah,
Everything's
everything's fine.
And
And Swan's eyes up finally, he just
pops
pops that smile back onto his face. Yeah, everything's great. Let's keep going.
Terry, you notice the same thing, the ruins before you. You start to see this vision as well when you approach. This barn house kind of burnt down, and you can hear like screams coming from inside, Rodney. And they're just like, help! Help us! And it seems to kind of be coming off from the right side. Terry, what you see within the rubble is a bunch of like crates and boxes with coins kind of like rolling out of them as a part of the structure fell on top of it and crushed these boxes. It looks like some sort of like treasure was hidden away in here.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Oh, no. Box of coins.
He's gonna like walk up, and then at the same time he's gonna kind of like stop in his tracks, like, wait, this must be a trap. He thinks I don't know. Okay.
You're thinking, yes, use it, go with that feeling. What do you do?
What was it called? Like inside chat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm like getting good rolls with this character. What the hell?
The new LaFay.
LaFay's just cursed. 16.
I mean, your instinct are serving you well. You definitely feel like something is off. Make it a intelligence check.
Natural 20!
Oh, my God.
So
That's 3 in a row. Oh my god.
while you're kind of like looking this over, you have this gut feeling. You're focusing your like your sight on this obstruction before you guys, this heavy heat that's happening. The rest of the group kind of like stepping forward, looking around, taking in these visions that they're each individually seeing. Zoe, about 20 feet away from where you're standing, going across like where the barn is standing, you see that there is a young boy who's like confused, and he's like shouting out in terror, grabbing at his head. Looks like an older man kind of runs over and throws a blanket over him, and he's like trying to comfort him. He's like, "It's not your fault, son. It's not your fault. I promise you. We will figure out what is happening." And he like picks him up, and he kind of runs off in the direction ahead of you guys. And as you guys are kind of like stepping forward, Terry, you realize that the structure itself isn't really there. This illusion before you seems to dissipate as you take it for what it actually is, and the floor ahead of you guys seems to be kind of glowing now at this like molten color, almost like the stones themselves are heated. And there's just this long patch of lava kind of running in front of you guys. You're still in the tunnel, and there is no field. The rest of you continue to see what you see. What do you do, Terry?
I really can't think of anything. I'm really thinking. I can't think of anything.
You're good.
Need everyone to make a Constitution save.
What the fuck?
Natural 20.
17. It's not enough though.
24.
Oh my god.
So
You gotta
if you got
flip it
a
on time.
24 or higher, you save. And another foul gust of superheated wind blows through. Anyone who's envisioning this burnt down barn, bits of ember kind of like blow off the remains of the structure and like hit all of you across the faces. And you take 27 points of fire damage unless immune or resistant. Hugh, you take half.
So 12.
Yes.
We should probably help the people in there, right?
Tora looks at him. You know, remember what I said earlier?
But they're screaming in there.
I said, don't follow the voices. Places like this like to play tricks on you.
Oh, not there.
So, everyone else who's like, you hear him say this, you can all make an intelligence check. You yourself can make an intelligence check, Tora.
Okay.
Should I make one also?
Yes. This is to discern whether or not what you guys are seeing is
21.
real or not.
Nice.
Hugh's favorite number 1. This looks real.
The one time I
This is
needed
the realest fucking thing I've ever seen.
So, if you rolled under a 24,
Huh.
Tora, you're saying this, but you yourself are not convinced with what you're saying.
Oh, look, they're screaming right there. I'm gonna go help them. I
Alright,
gotta
just
try to grab a water bucket, I guess. I don't.
So, from where you're standing, 15 feet to your right, you can see that there's a water bucket just sitting
Yeah.
right there, full of water.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You go over to grab it.
So,
Fucking bucket.
So as you go to step, you feel like your foot kind of sink for a moment, and at first your leg is kind of numb, and then a searing pain kind of goes through your leg.
I quickly just kind of like pop back.
No, not just yet.
Oh no.
Actually, technically, lava is a liquid, so monks can run across water. Would they be able to run across lava?
No. 31 points of fire damage as you step into that spot.
31.
The answer would be yes, usually.
And then I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
But you're still touching the lava.
28.
So you step in, ah! And then you hear like crumbling as a part of the structure begins to collapse. And you manage to kind of like jump back away from it. Terry, what you see is Rodney had like gone over saying, "I'll get this water bucket." And he goes to grab the water bucket and then he steps into the lava.
Wait,
Actually, before I stepped into it, would the staff have warned me of danger if I was going toward it?
After you had stepped in it.
Okay, that's fine.
And it burns you, and when you see the structure falling, you leap back and you're like grabbing at your foot, and you can see that steam's coming off of it, and bits of your boot are kind of like on fire. And Terry, what you notice is that instead of this structure falling over, you see these very large metal spikes just shoot out really fast from the right side of the wall.
Oh, I'm gonna try and like dodge all of them, and
It's
are they also?
again, you're
Or,
the only
wait,
one.
no.
You're the only one who currently sees things for what
Oh,
they are. So you watched as Rodney stepped into the lava that you saw,
Mm.
and then the spikes came out. So now you are aware that this tunnel has a huge patch of lava running through it there, and then these spikes just shoot out of the wall randomly from the right side.
okay.
Nice.
Everyone else sees the structure collapse and almost crush Rodney.
Rodney, no!
God, what the fuck was that? Would that knock me out of it or something? Or
It does
no?
not seem like
No?
it.
Okay.
The remains continue to blaze. Most of this like structure is like off to the right here, and like there's a good part of it that's just like, like collapsed on the left side. So if there's any way to get through it, it's like through the left side. You can hear the screams coming from like the back corner. So it's like definitely off to the right somewhere or where you were headed towards, but
Okay. Who did save them?
Rodney?
Just standing in front of you, hopping on one foot.
Why do you sound like Mickey Mouse right now?
probably because everything sounds terrible. All of you sound terrible, actually, but we're doing our best.
Yeah, that's fair.
Again, Zoe, you watched as the some young boy was carried off by his father. Seemingly, something happened that had caused this fire. The rest of you, kind of see like this structure on fire itself, and Rodney, having stepped into it, burned himself, and then almost got collapsed over. And then Terry can see it for what it is, but has not disclosed this to any of you. What do you guys do from here? And I warn you all, another gust of wind seems to be brewing.
You, come on, can't you just smash that wall and help get them out or something, please?
I mean, I
Which
could try.
wall? Actually, can you see the burning building?
That's what he
I
sees.
can't see shit.
Unless you guys are questioning it.
Ah, yes, this wall seems to be made out of wall.